Hello, my name is Jonathan Parker. I will be your instructor for Political Science 119, State and Local Government. Now, I know this is everybody's favorite talk of the year, the one you look forward to the most, but we simply must discuss the syllabus and go over the class structure and things like that. It's important. We need to talk about it. So I will try to make it as quick and as painless as humanly possible. I am not on campus this semester, first off. It's the first semester that I've been entirely virtual. I don't know how I feel about that yet. I guess we'll see at the end of this semester. My email address is here. It's spelled correctly. This is how Jonathan was spelled when I was born. I don't know. I get all sorts of weird spellings. John, Johnothon. It's spelled correctly here. It's spelled correctly in your syllabus. It's spelled correctly in e-services. You have my name spelled correctly all over the place. So, if you send an email to John and you never get a response from me, I never got the email. But anyway, let's get started. So the syllabus, I'm not a high-tech guy. It's just loaded the document. So, as I said, this is State and Local Government, Section 2722, and I am Jonathan Parker. There's my email. I've told you I'm not on campus. I am more than happy. Would be thrilled to set up a Zoom session or Teams or whatever electronic platform you care to name. I'd be thrilled to set up a meeting with you at any time our schedules allowed. So just reach out and ask. And as I say there in bold, underlined, highlighted, teachers cannot read minds. I don't know you're having difficulty unless you tell me. Please reach out if you need help. Because I might have an idea looking at your grade, but I don't know if you need help or not. If you're confused by a topic, whatever, I don't know unless you say something to me. I'll endeavor to get back to you via email within one business day of your inquiry. So an email sent on Monday will be answered by Tuesday at the latest. An email sent on Friday, on the other hand, will be answered by Monday at the latest. Weekends are not business days. Modality, I don't think I need to read that to you. Course description, general information, no. So this is an OER class, Open Educational Resources. So we have a book that I found through Oregon State. It might work, it might not. Let's see. Oh, there it is. State and Local Government and Politics, 3rd edition. We'll work some from this book. I mean, there are other things we're going to use, but this isn't the course Bible, is what I'm saying. I'll tell you when we're looking at this and when we're not. So, cover everything we really need to. So, introduction to the theme is federalism. That's a big old topic. In American politics, my American politics class and this class, we need to know about federalism. All right, so there's the book. All right, and then other resources. We're not going to get to all of these. Okay, so don't freak out about it. We're not getting to all of these, but there's about a page and 3/4 of open educational resource links. Email is the quickest and most effective way to get in touch with me. Utilize the email address listed at the top of page 1. Jonathan.Parker. And make sure you spell it correctly. All right. I'll do my utmost to respond to all emails within 24 hours. I'll be very honest. This semester, other than ICC, I'm working 3 other jobs, so my time is at a premium. However, that doesn't mean I'm not going to do everything within my power to help you guys. So please do not hesitate to get in touch. But if it's 25 hours, 26 hours, please don't get mad at me. All right. And as an additional note here, I'm Mr. Parker. I'm not Jonathan. I'm not John, Johnny, whatever. I've had students call me all sorts of names, nice and not. Mr. Parker. All right. Anytime you address me, email, on Zoom, whatever, Mr. Parker. Use of my first name is disrespectful. Don't refer to me by my first name. All assignments must be submitted via Canvas. No exceptions to this rule. Absolutely not will be made. No Google Docs. You're not typing it up on an outside platform and uploading it to Canvas to something I can't open. You're typing the assignment on and uploading it to Canvas in a format that I can read. All assignments. What I would ideally like you to do is, you see how I'm on Microsoft Word here. Do this, type, save the document, and upload that to Canvas. This gets really overcomplicated every semester, and I'm at a loss to understand why. But all assignments must be submitted via Canvas. I'm not taking Google Doc submissions. If you submit something via Google Doc, I'm not grading it. Academic citation. Whenever you turn in a written assignment, you're required to cite your source. If you use a direct quote from a book, article, website, etc., or you paraphrase a chunk of text from a book, article, website, etc., or you present a theory, argument, opinion that does not belong to you, I think it's okay. I think it's great to acknowledge other people's ideas, theories, or arguments. It takes time for us all to develop our own original ideas. I got a certificate to teach history classes in 2023, and I was learning. I didn't know enough to write a paper defending a position about, let's say, France's defenses in World War I. I was citing authors' names, saying, this guy said, that guy said. Nothing wrong with that. We're all learning, all right? You need to give credit where credit is due. I didn't pass those ideas off as mine. Bibliography. So at the end of your written assignments, you are required to provide a list of sources that you've utilized. We will use MLA9, and I say MLA9 because that seems to be the most popular, easiest format that people complain about the least. So we are using MLA9 format for bibliographies and inline citations. Use the template in the following link. You don't have to use EasyBib. I know there are 1,000,001 citation generators. This just happens to be the one I used and use. So, inline citations are also expected in any writing assignments that you turn in where you've used outside sources. If you have any doubts about whether something needs to be cited, just cite it. Don't take chances with your grade. I've never taken off points for something that was overly cited. I've just circled it, flagged it online, whatever, and said you didn't need to cite it this much. I've not deducted any points. There's been no repercussions. I'd rather you cite everything than have incorrect citation, have not enough citations, I mean. Wikipedia is not an academic resource, and I feel very strongly about that because it's in great big font. Don't cite Wikipedia in any work that you do this semester. It will negatively impact your grade. How will it negatively impact your grade? You don't want to find out. So just don't use Wikipedia. All right. Academic misconduct, plagiarism. Visit page 24 of the Student Rights and Responsibilities Handbook. There are multiple forms of academic misconduct listed there. To sum it up, if you choose to engage in academic misconduct or plagiarize, the handbook says this. Based on the severity of the offense, the instructor may recommend failure for an assignment or failure for the course. Multiple instances of academic misconduct could include sanctions up to dismissal from the college. And that's been that's been an issue every semester that I've taught here, every single semester. The first time I catch you plagiarizing, I'm going to give you a 0. And I've had to do that. Last semester, I did that for something that was weighted 20% of the final grade. There's no opportunity to redo it. First time, you get a 0, no opportunity for a redo. Second time, I just fail you for the course. That's it. No exceptions to this will be made. That I hold fast to. Other types of plagiarism include copying or obtaining information from another student, contracting for original work with a third party, and generating or revising assignments with the aid of artificial intelligence tools that were not expressly authorized by the instructor. And just to spell this out, I'm never, ever, ever, ever going to say AI is okay. AI is not okay. Do not use AI. All that does is tell me how well you can write a prompt. I don't get to see your mind at work. I can't tell what you actually understand. I just know how well you can ask ChatGPT or whatever your preference is a question. All right. Late submissions. As a rule, I don't accept late work except, the standard hospital, fire, death in the family. But in recent semesters, I've been lied to quite often. So if something like that does happen to you, which I really hope it does not, I'm going to need to see some proof. And I feel like a jerk saying that, but I've been lied to way too often about it. So that's just the way it's got to be. If you come to me with an excuse like I went to a Taylor Swift concert last night or I had other homework to do, and that's happened. It was a Chris Brown concert, and the person thought that they should be able to turn in the work late. Statement on the use of artificial intelligence, again, more on AI. It's just, in this course, you must create your own original work, writing, rendering, to be submitted for a grade. The use of artificial intelligence, including but not limited to language engines, text spinners, image creators, chatbots, is prohibited at any stage of an assignment. Coursework that is found to be AI generated in whole or in part is subject to the following consequences: failure of assignment and written account submitted to the appropriate college administrator with a first offense, and failure in course and written account submitted to the appropriate college administrator for a second offense. Just don't use AI. Don't do it, please. I mean, 5 of you will, but I'm just begging you right now, please do not do it. All right, standard 10-point grading scale. Don't need to read that to you. This is grouped into Unit 1, 2, 3, and 4, but we skip around a little bit. Not a little bit, we do skip around here. So, I mean, these are a list of all the topics we're going to cover. Just take it that way, that this is a list of everything we're going to cover, but it's not necessarily in order. So, in the event of unforeseen situations that require change, faculty members reserve the right to adjust assignments, due dates, grading standards, class schedule, and or other course elements. Reasonable attempt will be made to communicate these changes in a timely manner on the course canvas announcement section and by college email. I will really, really try. And I've never been known, if it makes you feel any better, to add assignments. Okay, I've only ever taken away. Life's hard enough. Components of the online course. So discussion, 10 points a week. And I anticipate about 100 points total for discussion. I'm not going to give you discussion questions every week. So, like I say, most every week, you're going to get a series of questions. They'll be posted on Mondays at 12:01. All postings for that topic will be shut down on Sunday at 11:59. So, we'll stop here. This is a good choice. This is a good place to let you know that I do this bi-weekly. So when I say Monday, Monday, August 18th, Sunday, August 31st, and you have 2 discussions. I mean, everything here is due August 31st, so this class is a bi-weekly class. Now, you have to get everything in by August 31st, but you have from August 18th to August 31st to do it. I've had students in the past wait until August 31st at 10 o'clock to start doing everything. They don't finish, and then somehow it's my fault. So I do the 2 weeks to try to help you guys out because, as I say, life's hard enough. But grading will be based upon the number of postings you make and the quality of these posts. For full credit, each student must make and answer all of the questions and respond to at least. That isn't right. I'll fix that. It says in the discussion post 2 other posts when I'm requiring responses. So 2 other posts. Posts must be done throughout the week. All right. I'm not going to be particularly happy if all the posts come in on Sunday, August 31st. At least 1 post must be done by that first Wednesday. All right. And each post must make a substantive contribution to the discussion. So you're not writing, I agree, me too. So discussion board etiquette when addressing controversial topics or when disagreeing with other students, as I hope you will, use tact. When people write, we can't hear voice changes, pauses in sentences, see hand gestures, hear laughter. Be careful how you write and respond. I hope we can all maintain a high level of respect for one another at all times. If done correctly, these discussions will be fun, lively, and enlightening without being offensive to those who happen to hold a different point of view. This will come later in the semester. You're going to, as part of your first week, send me details on a state and local topic that interests you, and there will be a writing assignment a little later on in the semester. We will also be participating in the college's first semester experience. So for the first 6 weeks, or the first 3 modules, you're going to have additional modules to complete on topics like mental health, clubs on campus, and services you have available to you as a student of Illinois Central College. Please take them seriously. They're 10% of your overall grade, and 10%, that's the difference between an A and a B. So if you just don't do any of it, you're going to get a B in this class if you get 100% on everything else, which is not likely. So do it, And I don't mean that as in this class is really, really hard. I just mean, you're going to miss a point or 2 here and there, and it adds up. So do the first semester stuff. It's easy. Your grade weighted as follows: first semester experience 10%, test 1 10%, test 2 15%, test the final 20%. And then I just say everything else because it's just everything else: discussions, written assignments, a pre-test and a post-test, and other homework assignments. And I give you the days of the tests right here: test 1, test 2, and the final. News resources. I tried to keep it down the middle. Some of it's left-leaning, some of it's right-leaning, some of it's pretty center. So I didn't pick these with any particular bias. It just struck me as kind of center-ish news. It's hard to find a truly down-the-center news source these days. So I did my best. Then you can read through all the college services. We offer quite a lot. Commitment to integrity. As a student in this course, you are expected to maintain high degrees of professionalism, commitment to active learning, and participation in this class, and integrity in your behavior in and out of the classroom. This means that you will conduct yourself as though you are serious about your education and learning to work with others in professional environments, both on-site and online. Please review the ICC Code of Conduct for information on your responsibilities. And then again, controversial issues in civility. We've hit it a couple times now, so it must be important, right? Be prepared to possibly confront historical events, concepts, and beliefs which you may find controversial, disturbing, and potentially offensive. You can't truly be educated if everything is whitewashed, so you need to be prepared to look at stuff that is going to make you uncomfortable. That's how you learn. So, describing, analyzing, and understanding such things does not mean we approve of them. In case of disagreement, maintain an attitude of civility and mutual respect. We all have a right to our own opinions, as well as a mutual obligation to refrain from insults or hate speech that would impinge on others' rights to a safe, shared learning environment free of intimidation or harassment. Disagreements and debates are an essential part of higher education. The key is to challenge ideas rather than attacking people personally, and that's the thing. Don't attack the person. You can attack the idea. I encourage you to attack the idea. Try to pick the idea apart. That's the point. But don't say that the person writing it is so-and-so and so-and-so. You're in college. You should, I hope, be above such things. And I will not look favorably upon you if you engage in such behavior. Attendance. So you are expected to attend class each week, even though this is an online asynchronous course. Attendance is defined as completing homework assignments, taking quizzes and tests, as well as logging on to Canvas. And it's kept for reporting purposes for when the college asks me to mark who the never attenders and non-attenders are. When it comes time for me to determine attendance, I will look at your activity on Canvas to see when the last time you logged in was and determine what you've turned in. You can't skip or stop logging into Canvas and not turn in your work and expect to stay in and succeed in this course. The college handbook states that 5% of classes missed. This doesn't particularly apply to us because we're online asynchronous. But just so you know, I mean, for those of you who have in-person classes, 5% of classes missed during a semester constitutes an excessive number of absences for a class and may merit being dropped. And that only comes out to about 1 week of classes. And the above will be the guideline I use when determining non and never attenders. And I've had to drop students in the past for excessive absences. I've hated myself for doing it, but I've had to do it. You don't get into education to drop people from classes and give out F's and D's. You just don't. All right? But I have to do it. I have to follow the rules that are laid out before me if I want to keep my job. And I do want to keep my job. So, as I say here, just log into class. And what constitutes academic activity? Submitting an assignment, taking an exam, attending a study group, initiating contact with me to ask questions about the course. That is academic activity. Examples of academic activity do not include logging into our Canvas page without doing anything, talking about the class with a friend, or going to personal or academic counseling. Miscellaneous, I do not advise taking a test and then forgetting about the material. I've arranged this course so that one topic builds on another. You're going to be hearing and dealing with everything we study throughout the semester, especially federalism. Federalism is a very, very important, vital topic. Without federalism, none of the rest of this matters. Keep your notes and study. So you will, strike may, put in will. See test questions from the first test on the final. Also, it's not my responsibility to chase you down to make sure you're keeping up with the work. As I said, I have a grand total of 4 jobs. I just do not have time for that. If you have to take some time away during the course of the class, you must ask me or a classmate what, if anything, you might need to make up. And if you don't be surprised if you start seeing a lot of zeros on Canvas. Like I do summer school. I've done it for, I I think about 5-6 years now. And every summer, there's always somebody who is going to a bachelorette party in Cancun. And they don't tell me, and they're away for 4 or 5 weeks of an 8-week course, and then they come back and they think that they should pass the class. Like, if you don't tell me what's going on, if you just disappear, if you dip, I can't help you. If you reemerge 5-6 weeks later and say, I need to pass this class to keep my scholarship, what can I do? Well, at that point, nothing. So just stay in contact with me. If you find that you have any trouble keeping up with assignments or other aspects of the course, make sure you let me know as early as possible. As you will find, building rapport and effective relationships are key to becoming an effective professional. Make sure that you are proactive in informing your instructor when difficulties arise during the semester so that they can help you find a solution. I want to help you find a solution. All right, so if there are problems, don't be afraid of me. I shouldn't make you nervous. Shoot me an email. Hey, Mr. Parker, this is going on. I want to help you. As I said, I did not get into education to fail people and kick people out of my class. This is not what I signed up for. That's not what I signed up for. Tell me. Let me help you. I want to help you. All right. You're going to need reliable internet access and an email account in order to complete this course. If for some reason your internet at home goes out, go get to campus, all right, and use the internet there. As a student, it's free to you. You're not going to be hassled for using a school computer. There are all sorts of alternatives. The library, a friend's house, your phone, whatever. The internet is all around us. And your ICC email account. I'm not emailing Gmail, AOL, Yahoo. I'm not emailing addresses. Students have asked me in the past if I could send course announcements to a Yahoo email address or whatever. No. I'm going to Canvas. I can't do that because all your names are on that now. I'm hitting send to all. Section 2722, send. You're getting every announcement from me through your ICC email address, and that's just the way it's got to be. All right. So takeaway here, keep an open line of communication with me. You'll be fine. You will learn something from this class. You might even enjoy yourself. Stranger things have happened. The time commitment here. The course has been designed to scaffold student learning and allow students the opportunity to build knowledge of state and local government and its associated political systems. And I will go back and edit this syllabus before I post it because, man, I'm seeing all sorts of typos. Students are expected to work through the modules on time in order to achieve the learning objectives of the course. And I think it'll take you about 7 to 9 hours a week. Maybe a little less, but I can't see it taking more. If it's taking more than 9 hours a week, talk to me, because that shouldn't be happening. The instructor reserves the right to add or subtract. Again, I've never added. From any part of this syllabus as the semester progresses, he will make every attempt to notify students of change through Canvas and through email. And here are all your days off and the first and last day of classes and all that. And that is the end of the syllabus, but not the end of this video, because now I'm going to show you our Canvas page. So the course syllabus is here. Announcements. I will put what you need to do for each module up here as an announcement. I will put it up here, right? The first thing. I'll make a weekly walkthrough video, and then I'll put everything down on a list that you need to check off, that you can print out and check off what what you're doing and what you've done in this course. The modules look like this. They're a little long, but keep in mind it's 2 weeks worth of work that I'm giving you at once. And students have liked that in the past, If you don't like it, email me and tell me. I can change it for next time. I can't really change it for right now, but I'm not done with this quite yet. But yeah, you'll see a to-do list and a weekly walkthrough. Please watch those, and please watch this. I mean, I do not make these videos for my health. All right, you need to watch the videos. These instructional videos, like this video you're watching now, hopefully, the weekly walkthroughs, I mean, you need to watch those. And you need to watch these too, again. But I'll have lessons here, the assignments, and they'll all have the same due date. Helpful links, the class textbook, as I said, it's not, it's, we'll use it some, but not a lot. I mean, it's free, so, you'll have it linked, save the link, or download a copy on your laptop. I'll let you know when we're going to read from it. Probably won't be a whole lot. The Illinois State Constitution, this I would definitely save because you're constantly going to be referring to it, and it might be a good idea to have it in front of you for every test and quiz you take over the next 16 weeks. So those are the modules for me. Now, the first semester experience, I'm just assigning 2 of these, 1 per week. The introduction, I'd normally have you do an introductory post up here, but the coordinator for the first semester experience has you do it down there, so I figure you're getting it anyway. And then module 1. All right. This looks like a lot. It's a lot of reading. It's a lot of really good stuff that you should probably bookmark, that you don't necessarily need to, refer to all the time, but it's a lot of good stuff. I know this lady, she's put her heart and soul into helping you guys adjust to college life. And I think, in my honest opinion, I think you owe it to yourself to give this a fair shake. I know that the tendency would probably be to blow it off. Don't. Give it a fair shake. Read through it. I mean, if you think it's nothing, you think it's nothing, but it's not. It's good stuff. So this will be completed. This is mostly done. It's about 95% done. And these 2 modules for first semester experience. And that'll be August 18th through August 31st. And I think that's it, although I'm sure I've forgotten about 15 things. So if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, always feel free to email me. Okay? If not, have a good first 2 weeks. Welcome to the class. I'm excited about the semester. I think we'll have a good time together. This is my first time teaching this class since 2022, so I'm excited to get back into the material. All right. Bye all.